Hello and welcome to your practice. I'm Dionne, honoured that you're here with me. Today, Let's Be Mermaids was my childhood fantasy. Fantasy? Dream? Same thing. Anyway, you might want to have some kind of strap handy, possibly, but no big deal. Don't worry, okay? We're just going to start by coming onto our bum. To double check that. I'm going to take some hip circles. So make sure that you're comfortable, cross one leg in front of the other, doesn't matter which one. You can grab hold of your knees as like your motorbike handles. Always wanted a motorbike as well. And now you're going to take some hip circles. So you're going to round in and turn to the side so you can see. You're just going to circle your way around, rocking to the sides, back, forwards, any direction, zigzag it if you like. Want to wake up the spine, check in, see how you're feeling, how you're doing. If there's any areas that you need to pay particular attention to in your practice, good moment. Lovely. Come to center, switch the cross of your legs and then switch the direction of your circles. So take it in the other direction. And you can really get into this if you like. You can kind of rock around in the tight spots. You can bring the chin towards the chest as you round the spine. You can lift the chin as you arch the spine. Do you? Nice. Then slowly start to bring yourself back to center. Then you're going to lean your right hand out to the right. Lift the left arm up and over. So side stretching. You're welcome to catch your head here. And lean into it, reaching the elbow up. And then come all the way up. Switch sides. So as you side stretch, think about your right bum cheek really grounding down. Okay? So that really helps to open up some of the tighter areas for most of us. Lovely. Come back up. And you're going to come onto hands and knees and into cat and cow pose. So feel free to go at your own tempo. I like to gently drop the chest between the shoulders, lift the chin, lift the tailbone, and then do the opposite, rounding in. And you can synchronize this with your breath or not. You can add an R&B grind to it if you like, maybe taking those circles just in a slightly different way. You can even get wild with it, rocking all the way back to your heels and coming forwards. Whatever feels good, just mobilize the spine. So really helpful in Mermaid that we feel a sense of ease in the spine. So we're not trying to force anything at all today. Tuck the toes, drop the belly, lift the chin. And then send the inner thighs back, come into down dog. When you're in down dog, tuck the chin and feel free to take the dog for a walk, bending one knee deeply and then the other. Maybe as you straighten one leg, you can lift the toes of the bent knee and switch it up. That just gives you a little bit more of an opening in the calf muscles, but don't worry about it if it's feeling too much. Nice, and then find your down dog. Nice, and then bend the knees. As if you're going to come towards kneeling and then send your inner thighs back once again. So you're just trying to get as much length through the spine as possible. So imagine bottoms up and as far back as you possibly can. Okay, so we'll do that again. Lower almost to your knees, lift the navel and then send inner thighs back, bottoms up, head drops. And you can come high onto your tiptoes here. Then we'll do the opposite movement, so tuck the tailbone, so feel the navel lifting even higher, round forwards towards plank pose. Then bend the knees as if you're going to kneel down, send the inner thighs back, push back, down dog. Find your waves. Mermaids need waves. Maybe not, that was really cheesy. So find the cycle here, just rocking and rolling and warming up through the joints. Like an extended cat and cow. Ground through the base of your knuckles. Nice. So we're going to end up in plank pose. So find your plank and bring the knees to the floor. Lift the tailbone, lift the chin. You might widen the knees back, or take the knees further back. Bend the elbows, lower chest and chin. Then slither onto your belly. Lovely. Swing the arms back behind you, locust pose. So press the tops of the feet into the floor. Then lift the arms, lift the chest. Press the fingertips back. And then lower down. Take a breath. You can turn head to the side. And round to locust pose. So we want some strength in the back body. So lift up. If you want more, lift up the legs as well. Press out through the tips of the toes. And then lower all the way down. And then find cobra pose. Hands by the side of the chest. Roll the shoulders back and down and peel up. See if you can hover the hands. And then lower down to the floor. Tuck the toes. Down dog. Well done. From down dog, come high onto your tiptoes. And then slowly lift the right leg up into the air. As you exhale, step the right foot forward between your hands. Back knee comes down to the floor. Then push yourself up into a low lunge. So you might be quite far back. That's totally fine. If you've got space, you can sink into it. Gently scoop the low belly up. So we're trying to open up this left leg here. And we're going to add a side stretch to it. So right hand to right hip. Option also to have your right hand just to the inside of the right knee. Left arm reaches up and over. So either option is fine. If you're doing the hand option, really hug the hand into the knee and then press the knee into the hand. So that will help you stay centered. Take one more breath here. And then inhale, come back up. Hands to the floor. Open up the front leg. So send your bum back. Lift up your front toes. And at this point, if the ground feels far away, you can always take a book or a block and come up higher, okay? So from here, send your bottom back. So it's like you're trying to do the cow pose. Lift the chest, lift the chin, take a deep inhale. And as you exhale, see what you can soften. It doesn't need to be tight and tense. So maybe it's your face, maybe you gently drizzle towards that long leg, but try not to overextend. It's no big deal here. So it's more about you just being in your body and then finding a practice that suits that. It feels spacious. Lovely. Then from here, you're going to lift the chest, bend that front knee, come onto your fingertips, tuck the back toes and lift the back knee up. So hug the front hip back, bring the back hip forward so you feel that there's a lift underneath you. Then you can walk your left fingertips out to the left as you reach the right arm up in the air for a twist. Maybe you stay there. Imagine there's a blueberry between your inner thighs and you're crushing it. Yeah. So you can stay here or bend the back knee and widen the front foot more to the right. You can turn the toes out and then you can reach the right arm back. Maybe pick up the foot. At this point, you can decide if you want to use a strap or skip it, okay? So lots of options here. You just want to make sure it feels spacious for your body. Roll the right shoulder back so it's a twist. And imagine you're catching a plate of sausages. Your toes are your sausages, so kick them back. And as an option, you can look at your front toes, lift them up, and then roll to the outer edge of the front foot. So really nice prep pose for mermaid. So think about space, it's twisting, it's back bending, it's a nice hip opener. Gently release that, hands to the floor, slowly make your way back to down dog, okay? So a fair bit of hip opening. Take it easy. If you want to take a flow, a little vinyasa, feel free. Otherwise, find down dog, resettle, left side, right side. Chin moves a bit closer towards the chest, back of the neck long. Then inhale high onto your tiptoes. Slowly lift left leg up into the air. And exhale. Step that left foot forward, right knee down. You know what's coming, low lunge, okay? So find your starting position. Back toes can be tucked or untucked, up to you. And so left hand to left hip, right arm reaches up. You've got the option here to take that left hand to the inside of the left knee as you side stretch. So try and keep the muscles in the neck soft. They have a tendency to grip and we want to be more soft. Inhale, come on up. Exhale, hands to the floor, open up that front leg. So dig the front heel down and drag it back towards you. So it's like the heel is in sand and you're just sinking it into the floor, and then lengthen the chest and maybe fold over that leg, no pressure. So see what you can soften here. Maybe it's your jaw, maybe it's the muscles around your eyes. Try and keep this left leg active. And from here, inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, bend that front knee. Come onto fingertips, lift the back knee up. Squeeze your blueberry. That will help you stabilize through the outer hips. And you can walk the right fingers out. Twist open through that left arm. This is plenty. You can totally stay here. If you want the quad stretch, bring the back knee to the floor. Widen the front foot. You can turn the toes and the knee out. Reach back, pick up your platter, pick up the foot. Kick the foot away, and if the whole foot grabbing thing isn't happening for you, please don't worry about it. It's no big deal, it's just yoga. Skip it, it's all good. If you do have hold of the foot, roll the left shoulder back, lean into it. You can lift the front toes and roll to the outer edge of the front foot so you get a slight extra outer hip stretch. Take one more breath here, and then release. Left hand to the floor, take your time, getting back to down dog however you like. If you want to flow, you can go via plank. Lowering knees, chest, chin. Maybe via locust or cobra. And then back to down dog. Find your breath in down dog. Even out left side and right side. And left heel presses into the floor, so turn the left toes out. Step the right foot forward, front knee bent, back leg is straight. You can use a block here if the ground feels far away, otherwise fingertips to the inside or the outside of that right foot. Then left hand to left hip and turn open the chest to the left. So another option, if this is feeling too much, is just to take your forearm to that front thigh, okay? But either way, look at your front thigh and look at your front knee and take the knee more to the right. So you're getting a good inner thigh stretch. And then roll that left shoulder open. You can lift the left arm up. If you've got space, you can reach it up and over. If that's cramping your shoulders though, try backing off. Lovely. From here, you're going to lift up. Come into warrior two. Flip the palms up, relax the shoulders and reach back. Yeah. Lovely. And then from here, take the right fingertips down to the floor or to a block, then press into the front foot, straighten the front leg, triangle pose. Left arm reaches up. So know that there's always alternatives here, either with a block or just using your leg as a prop. Take one full breath here. Then bend the front knee. Now you're going to pivot to the left side of the mat so you can turn the back toes to face forward and then walk it round. Turn both sets of toes in. Fingers underneath shoulders. Inhale, lift the chest. And exhale, fold. Okay, your option on what you want to grab, because sometimes it can be nice with peace fingers around the big toes, and you can lift the chest, inhaling. And exhale, bend the elbows out to the side. If that's not accessible, just having the hands forward is totally fine. Let the back of the neck go. Press strongly into both feet. And take one more breath here. See if you can tip the weight forward towards your toes. And then release. Inhale, lift the chest, look up. As you exhale, pivot towards the top of the mat. Option to flow or take it back to down dog. So notice your breath here. Try and keep the breath as fluid as possible. So tongue is soft, fingers spread and supportive. And then when you're back in down dog, those of you that are flowing, ground your right heel, step the left foot forward. So first we're going to open up into this lovely stretch for the groin, great in the summertime, great for the heat. So front knee moves out. Remember, you've got the option to come up to your left thigh. But here we're just looking to turn, we're twisting towards the right. So option to reach the top arm over your head, but don't worry about it, no big deal. And whether your fingertips are on the floor or your forearms on your thigh, we're going to inhale, come on up, find warrior two, flip up the palms, and then reverse the warrior, not for too long. Lovely, windmill the hands to the floor. Nice, we're going to find triangle pose. So press strongly into the front foot, front heel especially, and open up. So same turning of the chest to the right. See if you can tuck the floating ribs in, lean the head back, maybe lean the top arm back just a little. And try gazing down here. Can really help with balance. Lovely, lower that right hand to the floor, bend the front knee, turn the back toes forward, and now you're going to pivot to the right side. So wide-legged forward fold. Get enough space. Nice, and this time you can interlace fingers behind you and reach the arms up and over. Back of the neck long, tip the weight towards your toes. And then release the hands. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, bend into that left knee, pivot. Step it back, down dog. Inhale, high onto your tiptoes. Exhale, take that rounded, angry cat shape forward to plank pose. Inhale in plank. Exhale, lower down to your belly. And now you can interlace fingers, you can rest your chin on your hands, glamour pose, bend the knees, sway the knees from side to side. And then come back to center. Knees are hip width distance apart. You can keep chill with the upper body and the head. You're going to flex the feet and try and relax the left thigh. So the whole left leg is just chill. Then see if you can lift the right thigh up, just an inch or two, and then lower. Relax the right thigh. Can be a struggle to do that, I will say. I can feel my muscles really kind of clenching. So try and soften that with great practice. Then lift up the left thigh. Notice if your right leg just starts trying to help out the left leg. See if you can soften it. And then release. Nice. One more each side on your own. Can you just focus the attention on where it's needed? You good? Lovely. Then you can release that. You can stretch the legs out. You can wiggle the toes. And then rebend that right knee. Lift the head. And this might be enough. Maybe you can reach back and grab your right ankle with your right hand. Maybe you can interlace fingers around that right ankle, flex the foot, kick it away from you. Ooh, so semi-bow. Press the top of the left foot into the floor, then kick a little more, and then release that. Maybe swap sides. Just see how it feels. Remember, you can use a strap here, that's totally fine. Flex the left foot, kick the heel away from your bum. So often when we approach hip opening stuff, we can do a lot of stretching, but maybe not a lot of strengthening. So it's really nice just to focus some attention there so that we're a bit more balanced. Gently release that, lower all the way down to the floor. Take a breath, take a shimmy if you need. Who says shimmy? A lot of people, yeah. Then option to bend both knees, reach back, flex both feet. Squeeze the knees and thighs towards each other. Kick back. Deep breath here. Kick a little more. You got it. Gently lower. Tuck the toes. Push back into semi-child's pose, but with the toes tucked. You've got this. Well done. So from here, just neutralizing the spine. Opening up the toes. Nice. You're welcome to stay here or press yourself up into a squat. So bring the feet together. So big toes touch. And then roll yourself up. So feet touch, knees wide. Walk the hands forward. Hug the knees in like a little frog. So just pulling everything to center. It's really important in mermaid pose that although there is a lot of emphasis on the back bend and the hips, all really comes from everything working together. So the core, that is really the core. Nice, take one more breath here. Nice, and then come forward onto your bum. You can swing the legs around. Bring the soles of the feet together. Knees out to the sides. Hands can come behind you. Roll the shoulders back and lift the chest. Maybe you can gaze up. You can let the head go if that feels good. And then bring chin towards chest, come back to neutral, take a breath or two. Nice. And then lift the knees up. And you're going to take your right knee forwards and step the left foot over. So you're in this kind of seated twist pose. Okay. Really ground the base of that left big toe towards the floor. Left fingertips can be on the floor behind you. Reach the right arm up, deep inhale. And as you exhale, hook the arm around the left thigh or knee or elbow and twist to the left. So here, see what you can do to soften in your shoulders. So if you're feeling all hunched and rounded, maybe back off a little. Just take your hand around your left knee. Try not to curl in too much. Instead, think length through the spine so that you've got space to twist. Nice. And then think about this left hip rolling down. Lovely. And then from here, keep the legs as they are and just turn in the other direction. My left hand's going to grab my left ankle. Right fingertips behind. Nice. Then from here, turn towards the front. Keep the right thigh as it is. So right leg stays put. Left leg stretches out behind you into pigeon pose. So right knee can face forward or you can turn it out a little. Back toes can be tucked or not, totally up to you. You can lower onto your forearms, you can rest your head, or you can stay upright if you're working towards mermaid pose. So for now, I'm going to lengthen the top of my left foot towards the floor. I'm going to tuck my low ribs in, so I'm really conscious about lengthening my low back. And then option, left hand stays on the floor, right arm reaches back, and I'm going to turn my thumb down and grab the inside of my right foot. That might be enough, just kicking back with the left foot. Or maybe you can come onto your left forearm, roll the right shoulder back. Whew. And then gently release. You can tuck the back toes under, lift on up. Back to down dog. If you want to go into split dog, you can swing that right leg up into the air, bend the knee, open it up. And then swap sides. So from here, you can lift the left leg up in the air, bend the knee, open up the hip. Nice, and then bring that right knee forward. Lean over to your left, so you're not on the knee, you're on the outer hip, and swing that right foot forward, ready for your twist. Nice, and then hug that right knee in towards you, right fingertips behind you. Inhale, lift up tall. Exhale, twist to the right. So see what softness you can find in your shoulders. Really ground through that right big toe. Then keep feet and legs as they are, just twist the upper body in the other direction. Lovely. From here, left leg is just going to stay as it is. Going to lift that right leg up. You can help it back if you like. Find pigeon pose, other side. So make the pigeon work for you. If you just want to stay low, if that feels better for your back, do it. Otherwise, right hand down, reach the left arm up, point the thumb down, grab the foot, and kick the foot back. Maybe you can come onto your forearm. Don't worry, ditch it if it's too much. Take one more full breath here. And then release. Take it back. Down dog. All right. Ready? Let's do it. Right knee comes forward. Pigeon pose. No big deal. Take any variation that you've taken before. Otherwise, now you're going to lean more to your right side. Bend the left knee and grab the foot, this time with the thumb up. Take the inside of the foot. So same hand to same foot. Thumbs up. Maybe you stay here. I'm using my right fingertips to support me. Some of you might turn the chest a bit to the left as you bend your left elbow and start to point it up towards the ceiling. Then you're just going to slide into your DMs. You're going to slide the foot into the crook of your elbow. That might be plenty, okay? You can just hang there casual. If you've got more in you, you can turn towards the front. Then this right hand can reach around, go behind your back, and maybe you can interlace your fingers and turn the chest towards the front of the room. So find your breath here. Tuck the floating ribs in, and remember your blueberry. Give it a squeeze, feel the lift. You got it. Nice. If you've still got more space, release that right arm, reach it up into the air, bend the elbow. Maybe you can go for the grip. Maybe it might happen. Don't worry if not. Try and flex your left foot. Just do what you can. And then maybe you can gaze up towards the top right corner of the room. Mermaid pose. Gently release. Take your time. You're amazing. Just come out via all fours. Oof. Spicy meatball. If you want to take down dog, go for it. I'm going to stretch out a little. Then left knee comes forward. Pigeon pose, okay? Remember, any variation is totally fine. Otherwise, lean a little to the left. Bend the right knee. Same hand to same foot. Thumbs up. Grab the inside of the foot. So just be wary that that back knee isn't moving out to the right side of the room. You want it directly in line and behind your right hip. So do what you can to get there. Don't worry if you can't get there, that's all good. So left fingertips are going to support me. Floating ribs are just going to hug in. Squeeze your blueberry so you've got that support and that lift. Everything working together, okay? And then maybe you can slightly bend that back elbow, the right elbow, if you like, you can turn a bit to the right. Flick it up, slide the foot into the crook of that right elbow. Turn the chest towards the front. Option, left hand, reaches back, interlace fingers, and turn the chest towards the front of the room, flexing the right feet, the right toes. Breathe. Option, left arm reaches up, bend the elbow, maybe you interlace in any way, maybe you skip it. Soft jaw. And then gently release. Oh, you did it. Lean over to your left side, swing the legs out in front of you, bend the knees, roll onto your back. Oh, let's open up the front of the hips. Press into the feet. And then roll up into bridge pose. Option, to synchronize your arms. Reach them up and over. It's a nice massage for the back of the shoulders. And then gently release, coming down. Nice. Another one of those. Rolling up. Opening up. And then gently lowering. Hug the knees in. Tuck tuck the chin, start to roll a little bit backwards and forwards. Nice, and when you come up, stretch the legs out. So take them as wide as feels comfortable. And then from here, you're going to lean to the left, bring the inner edge of the right foot to the floor, and then bend that knee, take the top of the right foot to the floor, or just keep the inner edge of the foot to the ground. So I'll just turn to the side so you can see that, hopefully. Nice. So legs are still wide. You're going to go in for a side stretch, okay? So of course there's the option with half hero. So for many people this is way too much. I've got the top of my foot to the floor, toenails on the floor, and you're really flexing the foot. Skip that, especially if you don't have a practice of hero pose, and go for the inner edge of the foot. Okay, so already you might feel quite a nice stretch on the inner thigh. Left arm faces up, platter of sausages. Lean to the left, right arm reaches up. And maybe you stay here. Maybe some of you can lower the forearm down, maybe even catch the inside of the left foot. Right arm reaches up and over. Turn the chest to the right. Take a deep breath. Then right arm reaches up. Come back to center. And to come out, just take your time. Bringing that right knee closer, stretch the leg out, and then switch sides. So roll to the inner edge of the left foot, and then take the inside of the leg, drag it towards you, and then open up the legs again. Okay? Nice. So find your base, and then platter through the right hand, lean it out, left arm up. So turn the chest. This might be plenty, and this is a-okay. It's a great side stretch. Great chest opener. Maybe left arm reaches up and over. No big deal though. So try and find space wherever you can. Inhaling, coming up. Nice. Slowly bring that back in. Bend both knees, feet to the floor. Give yourself a little hug. Squeeze everything towards center. And then lift the head, stretch the legs out in front of you. Have about hip width distance apart. And then you can lift the chest and gently fold. And it might just be a tiny, tiny amount of folding. That's okay. You might walk the fingers forward. Maybe you catch the legs. Maybe you hook the toes. All good. Whatever works at this point. And in a forward fold like this, I like to lift my elbows up. I know it might not be a popular thing to do. That really helps me think about broadening through the side body. And then folding in. And then from here, inhale, gently come on up. Help yourself bend your knees, feet to the floor. You're going to come onto your back. An option at this point, if you've got a couple of pillows or a couple of blocks or a couple of books, you can have them handy so that you can take the soles of the feet together and then gently support your thighs. Soft belly. Nice. So back of the head is grounded, back of the shoulders, back of the hips, back of the thighs, outer edge of the feet. So some people like to just rest the hands on the inner thighs. It's totally fine. See what you can do to soften your belly here. Nice. So we're just going to sink into the breath. So inhaling for 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhaling 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhaling 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhaling 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You can continue that, so it's lengthening the exhales. Go at your own pace, and if it's not feeling great as a style of breath work, then just breathe in a way that feels comfortable. So just a few more rounds. Take one more round wherever you are. And then just breathe as normal at the end of your cycle. Slowly lift your knees up, feet to the floor. Take the feet wide, drop the knees together. Nice. And then pick the knees up, hug them in. You can move the knees around if that feels good. And take the arms out to the sides, drop the knees over to the right. And then inhale, knees up to center, exhale to the left. And then continue rolling, take that right hand, take it to the floor and push yourself up. Find any comfortable seat. Feel into your hips. I hope your hips feel good. I hope your shoulders feel good. Bring your palms together, chin to chest. Bowing to yourself and always remembering that this practice, there's always another level. There's always more challenging things that we can be doing. So really right now, can we just appreciate and be grateful for the bodies that we have? Be grateful for this practice. Thank you so much for practicing with me. Let me know how you go. Bye.